No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome to the Smackin It Raw Podcast, the #1 wrestling podcast on podcast. That's the word I'm looking for on Pornhub. I'm your host today, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, a.k.a. the Dragon King, a.k.a. Big T, a.k.a. T-Money, a.k.a. Sweet T, a.k.a. Black Merlin, a.k.a. the HNIC. And I'm joined today, this evening, this wonderful night by, first of all, Katie Kinzy, baby.
Hi.
And the Will Gray.
I love the resolution, Travis. You just made my little musician heart so happy.
How y'all
That
doing?
was amazing.
Good.
Doing good? You doing good? Everything going well? Happy to be here? I'm happy to be here. Did you miss me? I haven't seen y'all in a while.
I haven't seen you the last couple weeks. It's been me and Vince and me and Matt. Like, you and I haven't worked together in probably close to a month.
Yeah, it's been a while. It has
Yeah.
been a while. It's good to see you, sir.
You as well. I missed you.
Missed you too.
Katie,
But
it's
yeah.
nice to see you. I see you all the time.
I literally talk to you all the time.
Yeah. But, you know, we're here to do the Smackin It Raw podcast.
Mhm.
Allison says I don't love you anymore. That's not true. It's not true. I still love Will. I will always love Will. But we're doing the Smackin It Raw podcast. I don't know how this goes, so I'm going to leave this up to Katie.
Hi, this is my show now.
It is. You do that. I'm going to eat cheesecake.
You got
Okay.
cheesecake?
I was at the Cheesecake Factory. Matt let me know he wasn't going to make it to the show, and he needed me to step in. And I'm like, I'm not going to deny myself cheesecake because it's a thunderstorm. So
So you brought dessert home with you?
I did.
Fucking man. And when I grow up, I want to be Travis Pointer. I want to be Lord Cussalot.
But how this normally goes is Matt usually just hands it off to me for news and rumors. There's not a whole lot. New producers backstage in AEW, Orange Cassidy being one, and Chris Hero now officially being the other. I know Orange Cassidy has produced one match so far, nothing with Chris Hero. I think he just officially got like his graphic today. So nothing. That's not true, but thanks, Allison. So that Brandy Rhodes has quote unquote officially retired from in-ring competition. She hasn't also wrestled in about 2 years, possibly 3.
I'm about to say I'm not completely in the loop like I used to be, but it's my understanding she hasn't been wrestling anyway. So
No. Basically, like a little bit before she announced she was pregnant, she kind of just like stopped wrestling in general. But she was like doing an interview with Chris Van Vliet, and she was like, well, I mean, I guess I'll just bring this up. Yeah, I'm not really, wrestling anymore, so that's a thing. So more backstage stuff for AEW. On the website, Santana and Ortiz are now being known as Proud and Powerful again, which hopefully means they will be the ones to dethrone FTR. That's my hope. Fingers crossed. Because, yes, Travis.
What were they known as before?
So they were known as Proud and Powerful, but then there was beef between Santana and Ortiz, and Santana got hurt and was dealing with a lot of personal issues. But now he's close to being cleared, if not very, like, basically cleared. But, like, on the website now, I guess they are being known again as Proud and Powerful.
Oh. Okay. Yes. Sorry. I was just looking for clarification. Like, I thought they were Proud and Powerful. Okay. Got you.
They were, yes. And then, you know, things happen. Friends fight. So it seems like everything's okay now. And that's all that matters. The Iron Claw movie now has an official release date, December 22nd. Well, you know, strikes permitted. December 22nd of this year. Of course, if people don't know, Iron Claw is the movie about the Von Erich family, Zac Efron, Jeremy Allen White, MJF, a bunch of other people are going to be in the movie. It's going to be funny to watch people go to the movie and expect this, you know, cute little wrestling movie. Nah, y'all are in for a fucking treat. Have fun.
Anybody who doesn't know the Von Erich story that goes into that movie theater, oh my God. I want to, as this is going to sound terrible, but it's Smackin It Raw. So you always dance on that line of appropriateness anyways. Like, I hope there's a line of reaction videos of people who don't know who the Von Erichs are and go into that expecting, like, you know, Ready to Rumble or something that's like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then they see this horrifically tragic story. And then they're like, nobody fucking warned us for this. Like, I hope so. As bad as that sounds, because it is a terrible story. I hope people, like, have no idea and it just blows their mind.
Oh, it's 100% going to happen like that because... It
is a very sad story.
It's because not a lot of people know it. Zac Efron is a mainstream media name. And so people are like, oh my God, Zac Efron's in the movie. Let's go watch it. And people saw the behind-the-scenes pictures, and he was buff and shirtless, and he had a weird hairstyle, and people were confused. Dude. Yeah. So, I also don't remember which Von Erich he plays. I kept seeing the list, and I forget.
I'm pretty sure he plays David.
Does he?
Mm-hmm. Who's playing Carrie?
The guy from The Bear.
Jeremy Allen White.
Okay.
Which love
I might have those reversed, but those are the two that are like the key roles in the most of the movie, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, you know, just NXT just putting out Ruthless Aggression. Yeah, definitely. Putting out Ruthless Aggression takeover pay-per-views. You know, they keep taking like Great American Bash and Halloween Havoc, and now they're taking No Mercy in September 30th. So that'll be fun. Pop off.
Great American Bash and Halloween Havoc are Jim Crockett Promotion and WCW pay-per-views, Katie.
Not in my mind.
Not Ruthless. Like, I love you, but damn, you're young.
I'm 27 now, Will.
That's true.
Still too young to really remember WCW, though. So that's.
I've watched one WCW pay-per-view, and that was because Pretty Carl made me.
I'm gonna get you on I'm gonna get you on my WCW show and make you watch some WCW with me.
This is like torture, like how Travis does with Matt.
That's my new goal now. That's my new project, is to get Katie involved into some WCW somehow.
Don't like that. Last thing is Scorpio Sky apparently is injured. He was supposed to have a match on Rampage, and then after the Dynamite tapings on Wednesday, Tony Khan said, just kidding. Scorpio Sky's hurt, so he put Commander in the match with Kip Sabian instead. So fun. Also, Vince is here.
WWE never actually had see, but they got the intellectual properties by buying WCW, though. So after that, it automatically became a WWE thing.
I don't make the rules. I'm not Paul Levesque or Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Thank God.
JJ, I haven't known what day it was in like 3 weeks, so I get it.
That's fair.
So that's all the news?
No, not a lot. Not a lot happening.
Okay. So what we spitting and swallowing now? Is that what happens next?
Yes.
Is it
That
time?
is what's happening.
All right, well, let's spit and swallow there.
So somebody can go first.
All right, you know what? I'll do it. Katie, spit or swallow.
There we go. Well, it's your branch, Travis. I'm just here. I can't read my own notes because the pen I use, that's annoying. I'm gonna swallow Becky Lynch, Zoe Starks. I mean, I like me some Zoe Stark. She's great. Becky was obviously going to get this rematch with Trish in some way, shape, or form. She had to go through Zoe to do it. I'm not mad that they're actually like SmackDown and Raw both have like separate women's storylines that don't involve the title, which is good. And I like that they're doing that now. Not everything has to be around the stupid titles. So I do like the fact that this was just to build up to Becky and Trish to, I think, at SummerSlam. So
That was also the first swallow on my list was just Becky and Zoe together. Like this whole thing, I said on Monday night that it shows that Becky has gotten to the point in her career where she's a great ring general and can call a match. And Zoe is at the point in her career when working with an experienced vet can run the ropes and do what she needs to make sure her part of the story is told well as well. So I swallow everything about how good Zoe Stark looks right now in 2023 because of Trish and because of Becky.
oh yeah,
Yeah, big time. That was the first thing on my Raw list.
big time Bex.
Big time Bex.
Had to make sure I remembered who Zoe Stark was.
I feel that when people talk about NXT, I don't have anything written down from NXT, so a lot of that's going to be me asking Katie, is this that person? Is this that guy?
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
My turn?
Will, spit or swallow?
I'm going to stick with Raw. And you guys know me. I'm the old school guy. Get off my lawn, standing on my porch, screaming at you youngins to watch some old wrestling pre-1999. But I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying it in general. I'm just saying right now. I'm kind of spitting Cody Rhodes.
Really?
Here's why. And I don't want to say...
You over Cody already?
I'm not over Cody. I love his story he's telling, the 2023 rendition of the hard times, all of that. Chef's kiss. Right now, though, I feel like this Cody Rhodes build is just without Brock being there. Like, it feels like there's a lot of Cody talking to a brick wall. What's up, Prince? So to me, it feels like without Brock being in the arena and somebody to escalate the situation, it feels a lot of the same promos over and over again right now in the middle of where we're at. So this week specifically is the first time this has happened. So I'm hoping that we gear up some and we maybe see Brock on Monday with it being the go-home show.
I think we are.
So that'll put some juice in it in the tank before we get there. But I feel like Cody talking to a wall just lost me. And this Monday it felt like that was the situation. He came out and he cut a promo and it sounded like the same thing. And I noticed only the bottom half of Cody Rhodes' face moves. His eyes and his facials never change.
Unless
the only part of his facials is right here, like in his mouth. His eyes never change, whether he's getting beat up, if he's crying, if he's mad, all of this is the same. This is where all of his emotion is with his mouth.
You said what, Katie?
What?
You said unless he's what?
Crying.
Maybe a little bit different. They get a little bloodshot if he starts crying.
Well, his face. He does what like a lot of people do, like so they don't start crying. They like look up and like grit their teeth and like try and figure it out. But that's a coping mechanism.
Maybe that might have to do with some of the speech therapy stuff he's done too. So
it's also true.
No, maybe.
I mean, I get why people are like not really feeling Cody Rhodes right now, I just like the fact that he keeps like referring to Brock as these obscure things. The one week he called him like student loans and a bunch of other stuff. This week he called him a bear and he was gonna slap the bear.
Yeah.
I just like that shit. It's the little things he says like that. I'm like, okay, it's entertaining to me. I'm about it.
Okay. Well then, back to you, Katie. Spit or swallow.
Jesus Christ. I'm spitting everything Logan Paul and Ricochet. First of all, Logan Paul fuck right off. And second of all,
Okay.
I just yes, this match will be a spectacle. I'm putting it in quotes. Because they're both high flyers, more so Ricochet. Logan Paul just can jump and kind of hit a target. So, okay, cool. I'll get to see the match at SummerSlam, whoop-de-doo, spot fest. Fine. Neither of them should be allowed to talk on the mic.
Oh, they let Ricochet talk?
Ricochet's talking. He had like one good day, and then we've kind of just shit the bed again. So, I'm spitting all of it.
Okay.
I can agree with like 99% of what you said. Ricochet on the mic sounds like that kid who just graduated wrestling school, and he's like, I'm the over sincere and serious babyface, and I love wrestling. Like, that's kind of what Ricochet sounds like on the mic.
Yeah.
Like your first creative wrestler.
Yeah, he's very, I don't want to say generic because he's not. He's got character and charisma, but outside of just being
his in-ring work is his character though. It's not
it's
not give me the mic and let me talk you into this. It's let me show you.
And agreeing with Katie is neither one of these guys are super experienced on the mic. And I've been saying the whole time, this will tell us how good Logan Paul really is. Does he work with somebody who's not as experienced as a Seth Rollins or a Roman Reigns? Can Ricochet be the ring general that calls the match that still happens? You know what I mean? This will be a test for both. Is Ricochet ready to be that guy? And can Logan Paul work with somebody who's in that mid-tier of experience and not somebody who's been in the business for 20 years? Some people aren't made for the mic work, Prince. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Spit or swallow, Will.
This is I'm going to gargle undecidedly with the Ciampa Bronson Reed match. And this is the thing. Those of you who know me, I'm flip-flopping. It's a very different week for Will on Smackin It Raw because I'm swallowing Bronson Reed and I'm spitting Tommaso Ciampa.
Whoa.
I know. It's very out of the ordinary for me. One, Bronson, thank you. You unblocked me on Twitter, so that's a win.
Yeah, because somebody begged him on your behalf.
Somebody said, please unblock my boy Will. He still has botch spots blocked, but he unblocked me. So like I'm hyper impressed with how well he's working. And I'm hoping that when Gargano gets over the injury and we get our DIY reunion back, it'll be great. But Ciampa's one of those guys I feel like's lost in transition right now in WWE.
That's fair.
Bronson Reed is thick boy, right?
Oh yeah, he's the thick Australian guy.
Yeah, I remember him.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He was Jonah in New Japan. He pinned Okada.
He did pin Okada, and people say it every single time he's on TV. I see a tweet. They're like, "Hey guys, that's the guy who pinned Okada. Can you believe?" I'm like, I fucking know. We get it.
I'm the king of he pinned Okada because I said learn how to work like a big man, and then he went to Japan and learned how to work like a big man, and now I'm like, fuck, Bronson Reed's not that bad.
And he pinned Katsuguchi Uganda. Like
Katsuguchi Uganda. He pinned him right there in the squared circle.
Can you believe?
All 16 feet of that New Japan ring.
Is that before or after he pinned Okada?
What? What did he say?
Is that before or after the other guy?
No, it was all while he was in New Japan.
Same match?
Katsuguchi Okada?
Okada is Uganda, Travis.
Yeah.
Oh, the same dude.
It's
Okay,
the same
I didn't
person.
know.
I forgot the rules when you were in kayfabe on Smackin' It Raw. They don't use real names. They use Catch Coochie Uganda.
Well, Matt's not here, so somebody has to keep the tradition alive.
No,
I understand. I
everything.
just didn't realize you were talking about the same dude there. I was like, oh, he pinned him.
We could have made it to where those were two totally different people.
You could have, and I would have never known. I would have never
We
known.
should have. We'll get him next time. We'll throw in another
Missed opportunity
Japan wrestler in later. Is it my turn? Oh,
Spit or swallow.
I feel like I'm in a horror movie now, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I have to figure out how you do that. That is the coolest.
I'm just gonna gargle Sammy and Dom for the sheer fact of like I love me some Sami Zayn, but now we know that Kevin is legit hurt. So and like they made it an angle and had like Judgment Day attack him during the match. So like now we're not gonna like get a tag team match anytime soon, which kind of sucks because we don't know how long Kevin's out. So Sammy's gonna have to hold it down. And like I love me some Sami Zayn. The match was fine. It did what it had to do, and like it put Dom over. But Sammy stopped caring about the match when Kevin came out and was injured. So I agree, Matt.
Mother Nature is a bitch.
What's
up, Matt? Hanging out in the chat for Smacking It Raw on Friday. Thanks for staying up, old man.
Just because someone doesn't like you, Matt, doesn't make them a bitch. All right, like.
Is it back to me?
I'm not. I guess, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Will spit or swallow.
On the Sammy stuff, like I didn't even really write it down this week because I was just kind of with all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a firm believer of the 30-day rule. If a team's not gonna be able to defend their titles inside of 30 days for injury, then they have to relinquish them. Like
you're watching the wrong product, sir.
Well, I'm watching a TV show about wrestling. I'm not watching a wrestling show. So
That's
it surprises me that they're even following any of the old school rules at this point. I watched Hills today, and I think Hills was just as much of a TV show about wrestling as WWE Raw is week over week.
I've never watched Hills.
It's a great show. You should check it out.
I need to. I just haven't had the time.
Maybe my biggest spit of all on Monday Night Raw is the commercials. That felt like there were so many fucking commercials this week. I felt like I wrote it down. I was on a Raw recap show on Monday night, and so I had to watch Monday Night Raw all 3 hours of it live. And I was like, how fucking long is 3 hours? I don't remember 180 minutes being that long, but it was. So then you incorporate the fact that maybe a third of that is actual wrestling matches. And then another third of it is commercials. I was blown away by the fact that I couldn't fast forward through them because I'm usually a DVR guy. And I couldn't. I was like, too many fucking commercials. My notes on Raw say too many fucking commercials. So I spit the number of commercial ads on WWE TV products.
Yeah, Savannah and I literally talked about that on Thursday too, because she watched. I think she watched Raw on Hulu because she wasn't home, and she was like, it was like an hour and a half compared to the 3 hour show.
So much better.
That's usually what I do, Travis, is watch Raw and SmackDown on Hulu.
We used to have a whole segment on this show called Not Good Enough for Hulu. Where it was just like, because we were comparing what Matt saw on the actual show versus what I saw on Hulu, because that was the version of the show I used to watch. So I used to miss a lot of stuff. And that was the whole thing. What's not good enough for Hulu? And a lot of times it was always the black people. But, you know.
That's true. That was a recurring theme.
WWE is awful adjacent to a lot of stuff in that spectrum. Just kind of leave that on the table as much as we need to.
Yeah.
I think it's back to Katie now.
Now he's really fucking possessed. What is going on over there?
If I gotta
anyway,
be young,
Satan.
have a good fucking time.
I'm gonna. swallow Shayna's promo talking about how she's gonna just fight Ronda. I'm spinning everything around Ronda's because Ronda's a little bitch. But Shayna's part, yes, Shayna's believable when she talks on the mic, and she is becoming this version of Shayna from NXT that we do love. So I'm always about that. We very well could get a fight pit at SummerSlam. That's what Vince said. He wants a fight pit. Matt is also sending me all of his notes. Thanks, Matt. So I guess I'll also be doing Matt's spitter swallows while I go. But yeah, like I'll swallow Shayna's promo. Matt, can you get these thunderstorms to stop? Okay, I'm done.
What? Nothing else? No?
No, that was all of mine. that was all of it.
Shayna Baszler needs to beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey in a fight pit. 100%, I agree. I think that's an actual. Yeah, that's exactly what needs to happen.
Vince, then send your notes in too. Like, I'll read everyone's.
That's not fair. I had to show up to work. I couldn't just phone my shit in.
Oh, man. He's right, though. I wouldn't have read it. He's absolutely right.
It's Will's turn.
Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
I'm swallowing McIntyre and Kaiser. At first, my notes said McIntyre Gunther, like right here on Monday Night Raw. And then I was like, no. And then immediately below it, it said McIntyre Kaiser. So I was really kind of hyped about it. Like, it was one of those, you know me.
Uh-oh.
Did he mute himself?
I think so. I didn't do it.
I don't know what just happened. Something.
You're here now. I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
I can't hear you guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
What? And can you hear me? You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Man.
Good.
What just happened? Literally just lost you guys.
Damn.
Great. Okay.
It wasn't me.
Holy shit, I just lost all the sound on my computer.
I didn't do it.
I don't know what to do. Move me backstage for just a second, Travis, so I can figure this out.
While he figures that out, let me go to Matt's notes. There's 8 pages of notes here. Will said...
Nothing if not thorough.
Will said Drew and Kaiser. Matt said Swallow, everything Drew and Walter, and then Drew defeating Kaiser. Riddle got dropped. Gunther went through a table. I also was swallowing Drew and Ludwig, and just the possibility of, well, like I originally did have Gunther written down, but then like Will was saying, he like we really thought we were going to get it, and then just kidding, it was Ludwig. So Will said he fixed it.
Oh, I guess I should have looked at
this. I have no idea what happened. I am so sorry. I was deleting stuff off my browser, and then it just fucking shit the bed.
That's all right. You're here now.
Okay.
But yeah, McIntyre Kaiser, good old school wrestling match, like from beginning to end. They did some cool stuff, some interference. Like, yeah, I was here for it.
Yeah. Don't worry. I got your back. I was also talking about that. So you're good.
Just unplug your headphones and plug them back in. I panicked, guys. I was changing the settings on my computer. I was like, I don't know what just happened. It's never happened in the middle of a show before.
No worries, no worries. What else y'all got? Who you just read Matt's, right? That what you
Yes,
just did?
I read Matt's.
Just making sure. Okay. What about you? What's yours? What you got?
Mine. I will. I'll swallow the contract signing between Rollins and Balor. I did like the fact that we are getting like a serious Finn for this, and the fact that it's been, as he said, a 7-year bitch, that it's been this long since he's faced Rollins and lost, or won, but then Rollins injured him in the process. So it's that whole debacle. And I like the fact that we don't actually know if Seth will lose, because he has been saying he is injured and he is dealing with a lot of stuff right now. So there is the possibility that a multitude of things can happen at SummerSlam. Seth wins and Damian cashes in. Finn wins and Damian cashes in. Or Finn just wins and Damian won't cash in on him. So I don't know.
It's just messy.
Yeah.
All of it's messy. Like, they picked a really bad time to make every single faction in WWE want to fight. Like, every single faction is having dissension. Judgment Day. Like, it seems like Finn Balor and Damian, it's this constant, what's going to happen? Is it going to go back? The bloodline's obviously imploding completely. Like, it seems like it's everywhere. But WWE did say Judgment Day was going to be their biggest faction after SummerSlam. It was going to be number 1. So they obviously don't have plans for them to be splitting up anytime soon, even though I think they probably need to be moving that direction. But yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll see.
We shall.
We shall.
Is it your turn, Vince? No, not Vince. Your Will. Sorry, I need to get some sleep.
We are both dashingly handsome.
Yes.
I don't understand how Will stays so focused while getting a hand job. I don't know. That wouldn't require my hands. I don't know why I did that. That wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
I was wondering, but I wasn't going to judge you for it.
Seth and Finn were my last swallow from Raw. Since I don't really watch NXT, I don't really have anything. So I'm going to move to Dynamite. And I'm gonna spit the Jungle Kid. One, I think Beethoven is not the move. Coming out to Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, like channeling some sort of weird Alex from A Clockwork Orange bullshit. He's not menacing. He looks like the way you would think a bad guy would look if it was in the 1980s, like Stay Golden Pony Boy, like the Outsiders. That's kind of the vibes that Jungle Boy is putting off.
Not the good Outsiders.
Yeah, no, not the good Outsiders, not Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. We're talking like, the weird Outsiders. Johnny Depp when he was a kid, Outsiders. But yeah, I'm spitting Jungle Boy. And I'm spitting the FTW title in tandem with that because it's not a real title.
That's fair. I originally was on board with Jungle Boy using Beethoven because I was like, he's going to come out looking like an old school villain every week and it's going to be fine. No, I even tweeted, if you're going to have this menacing ass music, you need to come out looking like a 1920s villain, not in a cut off tank top and fucking basketball shorts, you little prick. Like, I don't understand. You have the music, you have the capability of doing it, and you're choosing not to. So I also had that as a spit. I'm just going to see if Matt had anything about Jungle Boy and his stuff real quick. No. He did not. We already talked about Cody Brock. Matt, you missed it.
I wouldn't really call Beethoven menacing. But it's in a minor key. It's supposed to be menacing.
It depends on how you look at it.
You know what would have been a really baller Beethoven entrance? The Eroica, Beethoven's third. That was a much better symphony.
I feel like I know that, but I don't. Like off the top of my head, I wouldn't be able to.
I can't think of the third off the top of my head, but I'm sure once I hear it, I'd know it.
Oh yeah,
it's one of those. All right, let's see. It's Will's turn, right?
It's my turn.
Oh, it's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening anymore.
Eroica.
So.
Erotica.
Hey, Spirit Swallow.
I don't know why I'm getting all the demon ones. I just would like to clarify to the class. I don't know why I'm getting all the demons.
You want to play a game?
Yeah, I feel like this is
because you keep selling it. That's really what it is.
I'm swallowing Rhea Ripley in general. Shocker. Her beatdown of Liv to sell Liv's injury because Liv is also injured and kind of has been for a minute. And then to switch to NXT because all things Rhea Ripley, she did have a fantastic fucking match with Lyra Valkyria. And we talked about Trish putting the rocket on Zoe. Rhea did the same thing to Lyra. And that's exactly what needed to happen because Lyra has been one of those stars in NXT where, like, you give her the chance, she's going to shine. And having the match with Rhea and Rhea being like, now you need to go beat the shit out of JC Jane for many reasons. And she's going to. JC and Lyra have beef because JC ripped up her wings, her very beautiful wings, which is disrespectful.
Oh.
So, let me find all of the Rhea notes real quick here. Matt says, Swallow, Liv versus Rhea. Rhea wrecks Liv. Liv might be hurt. Again, I'm just reading his notes as they go. NXT, he swallows Lyra, losing to Rhea. And then Lyra wants to see where she measures up. I think that's all. Oh, I don't know if you're aware of the title of the episode, Travis. It is Mami is Always on Top.
Well, all right then.
That is in the notes.
Cool.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I'm just going along with all of this, guys. And then Rhea tells Dom Mommy's always right. Just like Mommy's always on top. So.
Okay.
All that.
Cool.
Well, all right.
Doing great.
You are. And before we continue, I do want to remind you all that you can get this show and other shows that we do here ad-free at patreon.com/creationworld. On top of that, you also get a lot of our extra things like Return to Wrestling with myself and the Warden, Matt Ritter, and Multiverse with myself and Mara the Shark Watkins. But like I said, you can get this ad-free on Patreon. But since you're not watching on Patreon, here's some ads. To spice things up in the bedroom, then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Did you see Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog-related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creationworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creationworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creationworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try DUBBY, the ultimate energy source. DUBBY is a powerful, clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, DUBBY can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, DUBBY is made with high-quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix DUBBY with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your DUBBY today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at dubby.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try DUBBY today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
We are back.
How'd you change shirts so fast?
I didn't.
So you don't just run in the room and read the ads the same way every time?
Nope.
Sometimes.
You just killed the magic for me, Travis, this whole time. I just assumed you were running in every day, 5 days a week, 12:30 on the dot. Travis is here.
Thought I was that dedicated, huh?
Dedicated as fuck, my guy. Dedicated as fuck.
All right.
Left off.
It's on you, right, Will?
I believe so.
Instant or swallow.
I'm going to stick on Dynamite for right now before I start throwing in my my NWA and Impact and MLW stuff that I know nobody else watched. AR Fox, absolutely swallowing AR Fox. I loved his match. The way he worked. I said that he knew every square inch of the ring and how to use it for his advantage. And then him teaming up with Swerve is a win because I think Swerve is he's a bona fide star. I've been saying it since NXT. I said he was bigger than the NXT North American title when he was there. So I think AR Fox aligning with him is a good move. So I'm swallowing AR Fox right now in pretty much all capacities in AEW.
Okay. I did have all of that as a gargle just because commentary was like, oh, who attacked Darby? Guys, he's wearing the same fucking outfit. I don't know what to tell you here. Like you can be all coy and shit, but like let's take it down a notch here. And it does just seem like they're just randomly adding people to the Mogul Embassy. So like I'm not really sure what they're doing with that. I do need Swerve to be the one to take the title off of Darby. Or Orange Cassidy, not Darby. Like he should have already. But what do I know? I'm not Book of the Year.
They have to add people to replace the baseball player and Baby Brock.
Baby Brock?
Yeah, what's his name? Patrick Bordeaux.
Patrick?
Thomas Bordeaux?
Was it what
Patrick
the fuck was his
Bordeaux?
name?
You're already
He
saying too many things I don't wanna know
looked like
anymore.
Brock Lesnar from like 2002.
Yeah, he looked like a baby Brock Lesnar. And then the other dude,
Parker.
Parker Bordeaux. There you go.
Whew, got there.
And the other dude, Trench, is a retired Major League Baseball player. Who
looks like a Wish version of Lance Archer.
I was gonna say, what's the overly conservative rap artist? The white dude with all the shit on his face.
It's you.
Tom
Machine Gun
McDonald.
Killer? Oh.
Tom McDonald.
Yes, I have heard him be said as Tom McDonald as well.
Yeah. Like DDP suing Jay-Z.
I mean, that was like, what was that, 2007, 2008, I think? That was funny. Crazy shit, man. Wrestling's funny.
Wrestling is funny.
Well, what happened with DDP suing Jay-Z? They settled.
I was gonna say I don't know in what capacity he's talking about with that. There was a lot of conversations that just happened.
DDP sued Jay-Z because he started putting his whole symbol for Rock Nation. He was doing like this. He was saying he was copying the diamond cutter symbol. He wasn't, but whatever. But yeah. So DDP sued. They settled out of court. All that.
I love wrestling like a lot. Like you guys know, it's a big deal to me. But there's at no point I would say there's a very few professional wrestlers I would say would even come close to Jay-Z's level. For Diamond Dallas Page to go, he copied me. Motherfucker, you're lucky if he did. Like,
Yeah, basically.
kind of like I got stuck at work. Sounds like we all got fucked by work. So really something I know there's an inappropriate joke about my situation to be made there. I'm 90% sure.
Yeah.
Something getting fucked at work.
I mean, you just said it. We don't even have to say it. You just said your job for us.
Katie, your turn, right?
Yes.
Then spit or swallow.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it this time. I'm going to swallow Roxanne and Blair fighting in a convenience store, very much a la Booker T Stone Cold. It only makes sense because Booker T is Roxanne's coach, so like it's all there. Because it's, love me a good brawl in a random location. Why the fuck not? Matt's take on all of this. Let me see if I can find it. He's swallowing. Roxy got her rocks off at a gas station. And then he said, I heard sirens, should have arrested them. Which is true. There were police sirens as Roxanne was walking out the door. She definitely should have just been put in handcuffs on the spot. But, and she did start it. As much as I hate Blair, Roxanne did kind of just like throw something at her first. And then hands were thrown. See, this is why you gotta watch NXT, Will.
No.
Or hear me out. Or he can just not do that.
Or he could.
As I tell her I don't want to watch NXT, my first swallow of the week from the NWA. I'm gonna swallow ICP being at NWA 75 and Violent J managing the Brothers of Funstruction. Yeah, that's right. ICP is going to be managing a group of evil, demonic clowns in the NWA.
I thought we were done with the Insane Clown Posse.
Oh no, there's still a thing. They just did the Gathering of the Juggalos.
I just thought we were done with them.
No, they're full on. Like
it happened. I thought we had moved on.
No.
Just all right.
I told Matt I was bringing these specifically for him.
Well, he can appreciate them in the chat. Also, people were mad that, or people were like kind of sighing relief that it was ICP, not Marty Scroll, like everyone thought it was. Because all NWA tweeted was whoop whoop, and everyone was like, oh God, sound the alarms. Nobody let the villain in.
Billy's crazy, but I don't think he's that crazy.
Well, I mean,
he does have a Fox News correspondent wearing the 10 pounds of gold right now.
He does have a dinosaur as his champion, and not like a fun one.
Allison's favorite thing to say about Tyrus is, how can you have a convincing world champion if the man limps to the rink?
She's correct. Like, yeah. I don't see the issue here.
He can redeem himself if he just dances again.
No, I don't think he can.
Trinity was one of his the dancing, the Funkadactyls.
I was gonna let him try and sound it out.
Yeah, in my brain I couldn't remember what they were called. I didn't want to call them Nitro Girls, but that's kind of what they were like.
I saw his brain short circuit and trying to figure it out. Yeah. So it was just yeah.
Travis speaks Will. Sometimes you just got to put the links back together for me.
No problem.
That's fair.
Whose turn is it? I'm losing track. I never know anymore.
It's mine.
Okay. Well, spit or swallow.
I'm spitting Von Wagner and Big Body Hobby because why the fuck do we have this match? However, since Matt and Vince are not here, I need to do this. Someone came into frame and speared the absolute shit out of Von Wagner. You know what we got to do. Everyone start barking. Braun Breaker, baby. He's got the dog. You know. I have to do it because Matt's not here and Vince hated it. I have to do it. Matt would be barking with me. He is maybe in spirit. But like that was cool because like Von Wagner's just standing there and then you just see him get speared in half by Braun Breaker of all people. I'm not even a big Braun Breaker person, but like seeing him spear the absolute dog shit out of Von Wagner was hysterical.
Okay.
I know who some of those people are.
Big booty.
Like that scene from Good Burger. Like, I know some of these words.
I know who Braun Breaker is. I know him. I think he's a rock star.
The other two are irrelevant. You don't even need to know.
That's the Steiner kid, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And then Von Wagner.
Mm-hmm.
I confused him and Morgan Wallen a lot.
Okay, that's fair.
And who else was it? The other NXT guy. Ilya Dragunov. I really like Dragunov a lot.
Dragunov and Mello are probably going to have the best match on the card on Sunday.
Is that Great American Bash? Is that what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying attention a little bit.
You're there.
When is SummerSlam?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. So not tomorrow. Or today, because it's Saturday now.
Yes.
Okay. Just curious. I didn't know.
Next week. 1 week from now.
Cool. Somebody spit or swallow.
Will.
It's my turn. I'll jump back to Dynamite now to talk about stuff people want to talk about. I'm gonna swallow the MJF Adam Cole stuff. Like, it just continues to get better week over week. I don't care that this story isn't technically building a world title story, but it obviously is after Wednesday because he made the comment about giving Adam Cole the rematch. So even if it's not a direct world title picture story right now, it's definitely giving us the next feud that it's going to be. Not to mention the fact that who would have thought that babyface MJF would be as cool as it fucking is? Like, this dude has embraced that role. Like, I'm all about it. So I'm swallowing the MJF Adam Cole segment. Every time MJF gets paired with these random tag team partners, it's ridiculous. Sammy Guevara was the same way. I loved it. What's up, Travis?
Did you say MJF is a babyface?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yes.
Super over babyface right now. Tag teaming with Adam Cole. Baby. See, theoretically, me and Katie should be just excited as hell because it's arguably our two favorite wrestlers right now on the planet, and they're the most over guys in the company.
It's right there.
Like,
yeah, it's AEW though, so
that's the facts, man. But we still got to do what we got to do. Like, we can take the small things. It's only 2 hours once a week, and we get to see Adam Cole and MJF do their things.
Why is that joke so relevant?
I don't watch Collision live.
Oh, okay, fair.
So after commercial collisions for me is just another episode of Rampage, pretty much at that point. I really said that just to piss Matt off.
I'm also swallowing MJF and Cole. Matt is as well. Here are all of his notes about that. Swallow, Max and Adam Saga, Roddy's.
Who cares what Matt thinks?
I do. And Scott sent all these fucking notes, so I'm going to read them.
Did you say Roddy, Scott did? Who's Scott?
She said she got sent.
Oh, I thought she said Scott sent all these fucking notes. I was like, who is Scott?
It did kind of sound like she said Scott, but I know what she said.
Yeah. Roddy's pushing Adam away. All Adam cares about is his new bestie, Max. MJF is going to give Adam a rematch, which he did say, regardless of how the tag match tomorrow on Collision is, Adam's getting a rematch for the title. I'm assuming he's talking about what Allison said.
Heels, the show on Stars.
Yeah, he's like
he was in the first season too.
Yeah, a couple episodes. He's more viable in the second season. He's like a trainer for Duffy, the main promotion in the show. And they CGI'd all of his tattoos out. So he looks like an old country-ass redneck dude with a mullet, but all of his tattoos are gone.
Like skinnier Mick Foley is basically what he's supposed to be.
Pretty much.
Sounds terrible.
Heels. Like, you don't know what it is, Vince.
It's a very good show.
WWE Fed drones would love it because it's a great TV show about pro wrestling.
Oh, man.
Travis and I are just here to Shanghai Matt's show. We did this the last time. It was me and him and Katie, and she was traumatized for weeks.
Yeah. Well, I'll be off for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, so it's fine.
Oh man.
It's my turn. I'll just spit or swallow, I guess. I'm gonna swallow D'Angelo family getting a win over Nema and Price, newest tag team in NXT. D'Angelo family's more than likely, hopefully, going to win the tag titles on Sunday. The family versus Price and Nema. Gallus makes idle threats from the Titantron. So Gallus and the D'Angelo family is going to be one hell of a match.
I know Gallus from NXT UK.
Yes.
I do recognize them. Just a tangent off of the NXT talk while we're here. Are the Creed brothers still around?
Technically,
like no,
not Austin Creed. Technically, no, because they did lose their loser leaves NXT match against the Dyad. However, they are 99% two of the masked people that walk around with Schism now to fuck up Schism and ruin their lives because they kicked them out of NXT basically. And I think they were the ones that cost them the tag match.
And the Dyad are the grizzled young veterans without their beards, right?
Yes.
Okay. See? Relevant. NXT in a nutshell.
You're doing great.
Katie watches obviously way more wrestling than I do because I'm already up to Thursday night. Impact, I'm swallowing Alex Shelley's run as the Impact World Champion right now. His work with Chris Sabin and the Motor City Machine Guns leading up to it, the story with Nick Aldis, Josh Alexander coming back.
Around?
Yeah. They up until Slammiversary, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. Sabin had the X Division title, and Shelley had the world title. And they were priming up for a story where Sabin was going to use option C to go for Shelley's world title. And that was going to be the breakup of the Motor City Machine Guns. Sabin got hurt, dropped the title to Leo Rush. Shelley was kind of left in no man's land without a program. And then he worked that fantastic match with Aldis. And then Josh Alexander came back. And now he's doing this weird time splitters thing with Kushida. Like, Alex Shelley's just tearing it up right now in Impact. If you don't watch Impact, join me and the other 6 people that watch it week to week on Thursday, and you'll have a blast.
Oh, there's 6 of y'all?
We're up to 6 people. Huh? They did report today on Fightful, guys, that they said 4,400 people bought that pay-per-view.
Well, yeah, for Deanna and Trinity.
But see, 4,400 people, when you think about the WWE pay-per-view buys are like 50 and 60,000, and then Impact got 4,400,
and that was worth celebrating for them.
Up 230%. So that means last year, so last year's Slammiversary was like 1,500 people, and this year they sold 4,400 copies of it on pay-per-view buys.
You ever wonder if Trinity's worth the money?
She absolutely is. She's fucking running amok right now. I love Trinity Fatu in Impact.
Should.
Yes.
As she should. Was that mine or was that yours, Will?
That was mine, Impact. I know that wasn't yours.
Well, I didn't know if that was like your actual
fair enough. Yeah, no. Just kind of Impact in general. Like, I'm really swallowing everything they're doing right now. They're really knocking it out of the park. They're doing great stuff. You should seriously watch Impact, Matt.
He's not going to.
He
has one thing to watch on Thursdays, and that's my show. He's got priorities because they're on at the same time, basically, which is just annoying. It's disrespectful on Impact's part, by the way.
To run against Sheila?
Yeah, like it's pretty fucking rude. Not gonna lie, pretty disrespectful.
Send Scott an email and be like, "Look, bro, your shit's pre-recorded anyways. Move it to Tuesday."
It's like, I will fight you on site, my guy. Like, get rid of it, please. I'm spinning everything Chris Jericho and Don Callis because why the fuck is Chris Jericho consistently on my TV? I'm over it. I don't care about him joining the family. I really don't give a flying fuck about it. But we did get to see Tay Conti with her little pregnant belly showing. Love that for her. She is glowing, of course. Like, why wouldn't she be? And, you know, the JS is kind of sick of Jericho. And they're like, yo, fuck you. You never... as Anna J said, we appreciate you. Jericho appreciates the sighting. But you don't appreciate us. So...
I legit forget that Jericho is still a thing until somebody complains about how Jericho is still a thing.
Yeah, because he's on TV too much.
And if the Jericho's not in the Appreciation Society anymore, is it just the Appreciation Society now?
They all just need to just do their own thing. Like,
are they the asses?
Wrestler again. They're something. That's putting it lightly.
I didn't write any of that down because I knew you or Matt would have it on your lists. I'm not a big Chris Jericho guy. I love Chris Jericho in his career, but he needs to ride off into the sunset and go back to being a backstage producer or a coach or helping Tony book and write. He's got a great mind for the business. He's just not performing on a big enough scale at a high enough level to be in the forefront of your storylines when people's biggest critique of your product week over week is not having enough TV time for, to put your roster over. So why are they putting a guy that's 20 years past his prime over?
Yeah, crazy. I mean, you have a whole women's division that you could use, but no, God forbid.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
You said what? They have a what, Katie?
a whole women's division that they're not using. They get
You
one
don't
match
say.
per
A
show.
whole ass women's division.
You lie. You speak fallacies. There's no way. There's no way.
I speak nothing but the truth. I speak for the trees. I am the Lorax.
They've got 2 women's titles, and they're possibly talking about adding a women's tag title, and they can't get the 2 titles they have right now, like, booked correctly. Adding a 3rd women's title in the form of a tag team title is going to be horrendous for that product.
The only thing I will say that they're doing right with the titles is you have Statlander consistently defending hers. And right now, I think they're probably hoping that Hayter would be cleared soon to have Tony Hayter 3 at All In. But I just saw reports today that it's looking like she's not going to be cleared at all for All In, which sucks for Jamie Hayter because she definitely deserved to be there and have
They still using Jade or what?
No, not since she lost the TBS title.
She's on a much-needed TV break. Pretty much the first 3.5 years of existence of AEW, Jade Cargill was in the forefront. She deserves that break after her Goldberg-style run. Because I was a Jade Cargill hater at first. I was like, she's not ready to be on TV. She's too green. She needs to keep training. And by the end of it, I was like, fucking put the big belt on her. Why is she your mid-card champion? You know what I mean? She had convinced me that much over this run. So by the end of it, I was like, give the woman some time off, man. Like, she deserved it. She had won some people over, and that was impressive in a short amount of time.
Okay. Cool. I didn't know. I knew she had lost the title, but I didn't know what had happened since then. So, okay.
The alien girl has it.
Chris Statlander, and she's not the alien girl anymore. She's
I
Mama.
will always remember her as being the girl who claimed to be from another alien planet. She had her face painted like she was an alien. She's always going to be the alien girl.
She's so much more than that.
She's the TBS champion. She's a television champion. She defends it weekly. She's exactly what we need her to be. Like Batman or whatever
she
the fuck he says.
signs during her entrance. ASL, baby.
Somebody spit or swallow.
Once again, stuff nobody else watches except for me. I'm swallowing an MLW. My boy Jay Bougie made his MLW debut. He's a friend of the show. He's been on a few times. He's held independent gold all over the Northeast. This is his first contract signing with a pretty major company. He did the Boumaye Fight Club tryout the other night on MLW, and he won his match, and now he's signed up with Alex Kane and those guys. So not only did he get put into MLW, they immediately paired him in the faction with their world champion. So good on the boy Jay Bougie.
Yeah, that's always good to see. And that means, that clearly shows that they have good stock in him. So that's good.
Yeah. Hyped for that. I like seeing good things happen to good people, friends of the show. We've been following Bougie's career pretty much as long as Botch Spots and Share Shots has been around. He was one of my first interviews. And now 2.5 years later, to see him in a major company, that's cool as shit. Way to go. When Alex Kane got to MLW, I felt the same way. And now that he's the world champion, I love it to see my people win. And Bougie getting his shot now. I'm like, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's what we want to see. It doesn't have to be these college athletes all the time. And it could just be indie talent who have been grinding for a while.
Good pro wrestlers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good to see your people win.
Absolutely.
I'm going to swallow Bloodline stuff. All the Bloodline stuff. Because Jay is not afraid of Roman anymore. He laid Roman's ass out with a spear after his match with Grayson Waller. Also hit Waller with a spear. And, you had Roman and Solo on top this week, which really helps push the prophecy. Main event Jey Uso could dethrone Roman and become tribal chief. Oh my God, crazy. I want it to happen because the world will burn. And I will pull a TC. I will thrive off negativity because people are going to be pissed. and it's something I want to see.
About that.
You'd be surprised. A lot of people are pissed that Cody wasn't the one to dethrone Roman, which completely understandable.
Bad.
But now it is main event Jey Uso's time.
Thing is, when this whole thing first started, this was, when I was still doing the show regularly with Matt. And Jay had that match against Roman in that I think it was a Hell in a Cell match or a cage match, something like that. And it was a title match, and we were just like, we know what's gonna happen. We know Roman's gonna win. We know that. But what if? It's just we literally hyped ourselves way the fuck up on the what if. And now I feel like, I don't watch as regularly as I used to, so I'm not like, watching it week to week and seeing all the build, but I still got an idea of the overarching story of what's been happening and all that. And I think you're right. I think it's time. I think it's time to bring that back full circle and Jay actually to get him this time.
Yeah. I mean,
even if it's just a Kane run, he drops it the next Monday night on Raw. I don't give a fuck. But
you can have Jay hold it for like a few months, and then let Roman go take a break, and then come back, win the title off.
Take it back.
Yeah, he can take it right back, and then you can have Cody win it at Mania. So then everybody wins.
I've been saying it since Mania. I wasn't mad that Cody didn't win, but I've said that they can go back to that well one too many times, and eventually it's going to go dry. And I worry that if Roman beats Jay at SummerSlam and Roman continues with that title, how much water's left in that well now? Like, how many people do they have to make a viable threat and push at Roman now, to where if they don't build the story to make it seem like it's worth losing the title? Because now you've reached the point that if it's not a big enough story and it's not a big enough star, somebody that can immediately take the reins and carry the company, it'll devalue all 1,060 what the fuck evers. Like, you have to have somebody geared up. And right now, if they don't pull the trigger with Jay, and they didn't pull the trigger with Cody, and they didn't pull the trigger with Sammy, who? Drew's not ready for it. He's in the middle of the stuff with Raw with Gunther. Yeah. But the point, like Bobby Lashley, like, no, he's not really there. He's got the stuff with the Street Profits. It's not going to be fast enough. Like, this is a situation, man. They're really running low, and they're going to hit fumes soon, and they've got to figure out what the fuck they're going to do with it. If they can stretch it to 40, they're not going much past that. Like, they don't have that much left in the tank, I don't think.
I don't know, Matt. I've been saying this for a while. This story isn't about Roman no more. It's about Jay. But, that's just how I see it.
They could play the whole, I've got to beat the guy who beat the man I couldn't beat or whatever. Like, that could be the twist in it if Jay beats Roman. Because it could be, like, that's the breath into Cody's life, is I could beat the guy who beat me or whatever. Like, because then Cody is just a guy who wasn't good enough to beat Roman. That's true, but look at everybody else who wasn't good enough to beat Roman. Daniel Bryan, Edge, Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, Sammy, Bray Wyatt,
Drew.
Brock Lesnar, Drew, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins. Like, there's a list of people. Yeah,
one of those things just doesn't belong here.
It's still a title.
It's just a name on that list, though. Is his point? I get it.
Yeah,
it
was a name. It was a name to the repertoire, but. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't going to be Seth, then it should have been Cody. And the fact that it wasn't Cody, it has to be Jay. Because, Will said it. Like, there's nobody else. They haven't... Plot twist, they're not doing anything with LA Knight. Fuck it. Like, that would be the next best thing they would have. Like, you're not building any other stars to that quote-unquote main event caliber. So I don't know. Like, I see where Matt's coming from, because, like, I get it, because I was the same way. But I'm also at this point, I think I said it earlier, like, if they failed the Cody prophecy, they have to fulfill the Jay prophecy. And then you can still fulfill the Cody prophecy just a year later. And like I said, you can still have Roman come back in a few months, beat the shit out of Jay, take Jay out completely, and then have Cody kind of just sneak his way back over to SmackDown and be like, hey, fuckers, what's up? This is the title I want. And then we can go from there. Wow.
Okay.
I think there's a way to do it to get Cody back to the title, whether it's on Roman or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, once again, like I haven't been watching week to week, but I don't need the Great White Hope to win. I'll be okay without that.
It's the bloodline.
I
Like
mean,
that's just kind of where I'm at with it now. It's the bloodline. It's the best thing on SmackDown, and everything else on SmackDown is so mid right now that it's the bloodline.
Not everything. Wait, we have a serial killer gimmick going on right now.
Where? What did I miss?
Shotzi.
Oh yeah, I love the Shotzi. Wrestling in 2023 is so fucking weird. I'm an Osprey guy now. I like Omega and the Bucks now. I'm a Shotzi Blackheart like lover. It's so weird for me. Like my entire taste in wrestling has changed over the last 7 months.
It's a wild time we live in. But
It is. Aliens are real, and I like Shotzi Blackheart. Like, what a fucking week we've had.
Shotzi's like still tormenting Bailey with creepy little notes and had pieces of her hair taped to the notes and playing all these serial killer mind games with Bailey, and Io being like, all right, well, like, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, goddamn. And then, Asuka shows up, talks her shit. And then Io's like, no. I'm in charge. I have the advantage. I have this case. And when Io does cash in, it'll be great.
Io's built with a fucking rocket ship on her back.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't matter if the moon landing's not real because the rocket on her back could get us there.
Jesus Christ. This is not trivia.
Also, I say, Matt, yeah, that might suck for Cody, but that story is fantastic for Jay. So it's a matter of which way you're looking at it from. But that's how I see it.
Io could carry us with her thighs. Io could do whatever she wanted to me with her thighs.
Amen.
I have no doubt in my mind. I like how she's kind of adopting this role of being the female Shinsuke Nakamura. Like back in like 2000 and like that 16, 17 range, right when he came over to WWE and he was like that eccentric Japanese rock star. Like that's who Io Sky is now, and I love it.
Okay, I see it. That's fair.
Is it back to me?
What else you got?
Since we're pretty much pounding through SmackDown, I already said something about spitting all the factions fighting. I'm swallowing my notes say swallowing Karen and Company, which is Chelsea Green.
Nailed it.
And yeah, like I for some reason, like I said, wrestling is weird in 2023, man. I like this for some reason. And they're not terrible in-ring workers, but the character makes me laugh my ass off hysterically. The idea of the whole let me speak to the manager and Chelsea Green terrorizing Adam Pearce is fucking amazing to me for some reason. So I'm here for Karen and Company.
I'm spinning the fact that they had Bianca and Charlotte team up and give Chelsea and Sonya their first loss as a tag team since they won the fucking titles 11 days ago, mind you. Because I'm sick of that bullshit. Start treating your champions with some respect.
I talked about how bad it
champions.
Was to devalue the champions like that. That was they booked themselves in a corner by putting two people competing for the world title against newly crowned champions. You either make the people going for the title look weak or you weaken your champions. I don't understand why the fuck Triple H made that decision. It made no sense.
They have consistently done that. Was something I have complained about since I started podcasting almost 3 years ago now. Double champions and doing the shit specifically with the women. You always have the women's champion tag with someone, and then they end up winning the fucking titles, and then the titles and the world title are all in one mix, and it's messy and stupid and gross. You just need to let Sonya and Chelsea thrive as they are. Let them go to each brand, terrorize everybody in the tag division, just wanting to speak to all managers. I would love to see Chelsea want to just start talking to HBK down in NXT.
I would love to see them go to NXT and talk like they're the seniors in high school talking to the freshmen, like hazing the NXT girls. Like, how fucking golden would that be? I was in a fraternity. I know how the sororities acted. I would love to see that in NXT, like them hazing the NXT girls. Like, y'all aren't good enough to come to the main roster. Fuck you. Obviously, they won't say that, but like,
that's exactly what they'll say. They'll say that shit on TV in front of your face.
If they would drop an F-bomb on NXT, I would tune in for that.
That's terrible. That'd be the only reason you tune in.
I like
NXT's
wrestling.
Not bad. It's not bad.
Not bad is not a good reason to watch something.
Yeah.
There are entertaining people on NXT.
There are also entertaining people on Netflix. That's not, you know.
I don't know why the fuck I try anymore. I don't understand. I'm just gonna quickly read through some of Matt's notes because I don't even know where the fuck I am in mine. Because I've given up. I'll just do some NXT stuff real quick. Swallowing Ali, gets pissed, calls Wesley clown, do stupid, Dom and Rhea are there. We're getting a triple threat at Great American Bash. The brawl between Ali and Wes, leading to the triple threat at Great American Bash. He's spitting Gable Steveson, who should be in prison, choosing a match with Corbin over going to college and the Olympics, because that makes a whole lot of sense.
Agreed with that. Agreed 1,000% that man needs to be in jail.
There's a lot of people who need to be in jail, and he's just one of many. He's also swallowing Cora and Dana kendo stick match. Dana was dressed up like Batman or Catwoman for some reason. It really didn't make sense, but she did pull out a Barbie kendo stick, so that's always fun.
A Barbie kendo stick?
It was very pink.
Maybe I need to watch NXT.
It's like I just told you. It's crazy.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna watch NXT.
I think you should. I'm just saying. That was all Bloodline stuff on SmackDown. And then he's a bunch of stuff from Collision, but that's a lot for me to read.
You mentioned SmackDown. I don't know if you all talked about this or not. I spaced out a lot. What's going on with Bobby? What's happening with Big Match Bob?
It's on my list.
Go for it.
Because I saw stuff happening with Big Match Bob. Tell me about what's happening with that.
Bobby Lashley is putting together this blended faction that is coming across like he's taking the Hurt Business and the Nation of Domination and putting them together. Like he bought the Street Profits a bunch of fucking suits tonight because he was like, if you want to look the part, you got to look the part. And they look over at Dawkins because he's in his gear, like his normal like sweats and shit, like he always looks. And they were like, no, man, you got to look the part. And Lashley rolls in this whole cart and it's like decked out top to bottom with these fine ass tailored suits. And the direction it's going is going to be Bobby Lashley with the Street Profits, like decked out, like full blown, like think Jay-Z, like New York gangster style. Like it's going to be fucking awesome when they pull this off. And we might finally get the Hill Street Profits we've been hoping for.
More than likely.
Yeah, so
they need to do something
swallowing all of that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. Yes, we swallowed Mami on top.
We did.
Don't worry. Don't you worry, sir. That's why I'm here.
All right. Y'all got anything else? What else y'all got?
I'm done.
Spitting Karrion Kross, spitting Morgan Wallen, and spitting Charlotte Bianca. That's the end of my list.
Okay.
Bianca and Charlotte wish they could fucking be MJF and Adam Cole.
Fucking amen. Me and Al tweeted the same thing
You
like
say
5
Bianca
minutes
and Charlotte
apart.
wish they could fuck. Is that what you said?
I would love to watch that happen.
Oh my god. No.
No, they wish they were MJF and Adam Cole. But I kind of wish Bianca and Charlotte would fuck now.
If we can get that tape.
Dude.
Let's work on that.
On it.
But if there is nothing else, I think we can end the show. Can we end the show? Is that how that works? I don't know.
Will, plug yourself.
Oh, you have no idea. If you're in, first and foremost, as always, thank you, Travis. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Katie, for letting me be the honorary user at Creation World. I love my life and my job and my friends. If you want to hear my shenanigans outside of this, check my link tree at the Will Gray. You'll find everything: botch bots and share shots, Rivet Studio Radio, all my dirt sheet writings. If you're into that kind of thing, just come hang out. I talk about wrestling a whole lot.
Cool. What about you, Katie? Plug your shit.
Before I do, since Matt asked, I will swallow CM Punk for him, and I will spit Darby Allin because he asked. Because again, I was not reading all of his notes. He took a lot. But you can follow me on Twitter at KatieRaston13. The link tree I'm about to go to Chili Showcase. We're going on a 2-week hiatus because I'm going on vacations and doing a lot of things. But stuff will be going out on the channel. I have 2 interviews going out. Savannah's going to have a few things going out. I'll do a SummerSlam thing. There's going to be a lot of stuff just to look out on the youtube.com/Sheely Showcase for all the stuff that's going to come out in the next 2-ish weeks.
Cool. And as always, thank everybody for watching. Just remember, you can catch us on the socials, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, or X, or whatever the fuck it's called now, at It's Creation World. That's at ITSCREATIA World. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. And while you're there, check out our Facebook groups, one of them being facebook.com/group/Dem Dragons. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, go there. Drop your Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon memes. Let's have a conversation there, talk about all that stuff. Or if you just have a cool picture of a dragon, drop that picture in there, because that makes me happy, because dragons are fucking cool. Also, facebook.com/group/Smackin It Raw, the official Facebook group for this podcast, the Smackin It Raw Podcast, the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub. You can find me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Believe that's it, y'all. You all have a wonderful evening. Thank you all again for watching. Katie, Will, thanks for being here. Love you both. Ain't nothing you can do about it. We'll see y'all next time. Until then, we out.
Bye.